The movie is based in an alternate reality of Los Angeles, where humans coexist with orcs, elves, and fairies. Officer Daryl Ward and his partner Nick Jacoby, who happens to be the first orc cop in the world, are on the streets together. While Jacoby was grabbing a burrito, an orc gangster appeared from a shop and shot Ward with a shotgun. After some time, Ward is ready to return to the police force, but he is struggling to keep his house since he shares it with his wife, Sherry, and their daughter, Sophia. Sophia doesn't like that her dad is a cop because she worries that he might get killed anytime. While watching a video of an interview between Joe Rogan and an orc discussing Jacoby's involvement in the force, which other orcs resent. Ward also dislikes having Jacoby as his partner and holds him responsible for his former injury. Sherry later urges him to go outside to deal with a fairy that is attacking their bird feeder. Ward uses a broom and kills the fairy. Ward and Jacoby are driving together, and Ward is openly blaming Jacoby for a previous shooting incident. After driving through a wealthy neighborhood, they arrive at work, where a few corrupt cops, Pollard, Hicks, and Brown, mock Jacoby when he's not around. Despite Ward's protests, Sergeant Ching assigns him to patrol with Jacoby for the day. The officers respond to a disturbance downtown where they meet with Sheriff Rodriguez. A man named Serling is waving a sword and speaking nonsense, but surrenders without incident. On the ride back to the precinct, Serling vomits in the car and then surprisingly speaks Orcish, telling Jacoby that he has a message from a group called the Shield of Light. Serling says that Jacoby has been chosen by a prophecy and that Ward is blessed, instructing Jacoby to remember the old ways. Captain Perez later approaches Ward with two other men, Yamahara and Arkashian, and orders Ward to secretly record Jacoby admitting that he allowed Ward's shooter to escape. During the interrogation, Serling provides information to elf FBI agents Candemir and Montague about two elf sisters, Layla and Tika. Serling reveals that Layla is a dark elf belonging to the Inferni clan, whose goal is to resurrect the Dark Lord, an evil being defeated 2,000 years ago by the Nine Armies. Layla intends to use 3 magic wands to unleash darkness upon the world. As a Bright, Layla can wield a wand without being destroyed by its power. Montague suggests that they track down Tika to set a trap for Layla. On a night patrol, Ward attempts to make Jacoby confess to the previous incident. However, they are interrupted by a disturbance at a house on Abrams Street. When they arrive, they come under gunfire from an unseen attacker. A shootout ensues, resulting in the officers killing the assailant. Inside the house, they discover several burnt bodies. Among them, they find Tika, who is in possession of one of the wands. Ward contacts Sergeant Ching and the other officers regarding the wand. However, Ching and the corrupt cops want the wand for themselves. They order Ward to go along with their plan, which involves killing Jacoby or facing death himself. Ward goes outside as if to carry out the killing, but first confronts Jacoby at gunpoint about what really happened during the shooting incident. Jacoby admits that he let the shooter go because he mistook a young orc for the suspect and knew the human officers would kill him on the spot. Just as Ching and the officers approach, Ward quickly turns around and shoots them, leaving only Pollard clinging to life. Jacoby tries to arrest Ward, but they are interrupted by a gang led by wheelchair-bound Poison, who is aware of the wand and desires it to regain his ability to walk. Ward and Jacoby grab Tika and escape in their van as the gangsters start attacking. As Ward and Jacoby drive away, they are pursued by the gangsters who continue to shoot at them. Despite being able to shake off most of the pursuers, they eventually find themselves being chased again. During this pursuit, one of the gangsters manages to grab the wand but is immediately killed as it causes a powerful explosion, taking out those around him. Meanwhile, Layla and her minions arrive at the Abrams house to find Pollard on the brink of death. Layla finishes him off and then discovers Larica, another Inferni elf, who is stuck to the walls. Larica informs Layla that Tika has escaped with the wand, Enraged, Layla slashes Larica's throat. The Elves encounter a family and kill them in their search for more information about the wand's whereabouts. Condomir and Montague arrive at the crime scene in the Abrams house and realize that Layla has lost the wand, leaving her vulnerable. Ward, Jacoby, and Tika find themselves in a seedy orc-human strip club. Poison and his gang once again threaten them for the wand, but before they can take any action, Layla and her minions arrive and mercilessly slaughter Poison and his gang. A shootout ensues, forcing the trio to flee once again. They seek refuge in a nearby convenience store where they find a temporary hiding spot. While tending to their wounds in the store's bathroom, Ward and Jacoby have a conversation about their relationship. Despite not considering themselves friends, Ward advises Jacoby against wanting to be like him, even though Jacoby admires Ward's fearlessness. Rodriguez appears at the store after hearing about Ward's actions, ordering him to cuff Jacoby since everyone suspects him anyway. Jacoby willingly complies. However, before anything further can happen, Rodriguez is shot and killed by the approaching elves who crash into the store. The trio fights back, engaging in a shootout with the elves before managing to escape once again. The trio is discovered by a group of orc gangsters from the Fogteeth clan. Ward taunts them, leading to a brutal beating. They are then taken to a church where the orcs reside. The leader, Dorgu, demands the wand and mocks Jacoby for not being fully accepted by the orcs. When the officers refuse to hand over the wand, Dorgu orders their execution. Ward and Jacoby are dragged to a pit, and Dorgu's son, Mikey, is instructed to kill Jacoby. However, Mikey hesitates, as he is the young orc that Jacoby previously spared. Dorgu allows Mikey to leave, and he shoots Jacoby, letting his body fall into the pit. Tika retrieves the wand and uses it to resurrect Jacoby, astonishing the other orcs who believe him to be the prophesied one. The trio then leaves the church. Tika finally speaks in English and reveals that she took the wand because she knew Layla wanted to revive the Dark Lord. She sent Larica to assassinate Layla, but Tika ended up taking the wand herself. However, using the wand has taken a toll on her, and she is slowly dying. She informs them that the Shield of Light can save her if they take her to a pool located at the Abrams house. Ward and Jacoby bring Layla to the house. A battle ensues between Layla and the cops. Ward and Jacoby manage to defeat the Dark Elves, and Jacoby seemingly kills Layla. They then take Tika to the pool beneath a tree. However, Layla resurfaces, still alive, and attempts to retrieve the wand. Ward seizes the wand, and it begins to glow. He remains unharmed, indicating that he is a bright. Tika guides him in casting a spell that causes the wand to obliterate Layla. At that moment, authorities arrive, witnessing the explosion. While Ward and Jacoby search for Tika, she mysteriously disappears. The officers find themselves in the hospital, where they are approached by Condomir and Montague. Jacoby tries to narrate the events, but Ward denies the existence of the wand and claims that gangsters killed the corrupt officers. In the final scene, Ward and Jacoby are celebrated for their bravery. Pollard, Brown, Hicks, Ching, and Rodriguez are also honored, much to Ward's disdain. Jacoby advises him to let it go, reminding him that they now know the truth. Ward receives support from Sherry and Sophia. As they observe the crowd, Ward and Jacoby notice Tika among them, smiling at the officers.